As I was stating in part one of this video, every time these atoms, right, are stated more positive, right, than the negatives of them, good as truth, right, they cannot be destroyed, okay? And they're only enlightened out, absolutely positively that way. And when they only bond two or more Christ-like, right, one more positive than all faithful negativity to state their embodiment of matter good, to make the good truth of God of every shape, form, and mass, not to exclude every dimension of time and space you can think of, and every shape, form, and mass of God you can think of. The state of one more positive, when you feel all negativity, is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, Holy Spirit for everlasting peace, all will ever know or be. It's the state that all embodied matter is stated good to the truth of their shape, form, and mass, only crossing absolutely bigger and better than all negativity. The state of one more positive from the inside out is the substance, durability, and solidness. It is the definition of all shape, form, and mass expressed one to the here and now of reality check. And it is the absolute bigger and better than all negativity that states all shape, form, mass with decay, disintegration to one neutral nothing, just negative of them here and now. Only one more positive and good, the bigger and better than all negativity. And the best way I can explain how it does to a human body is just imagine if you had a cord plugged into the wall, right? And the negative kept arcing it, but it didn't arc it. You see, it didn't arc it like caught it on fire. No. It just arced it a little bit here and there. It'd warm up, you see. And over time, right, the rubber on that plug would just start shriveling and pulling and coagulating on itself until eventually, right, the skin of it would no longer, touch. You would see the wire exposed, and by that time there'd probably be smoke and fire. But that's how it works on the human body also, and that's how you age out with decay, disintegration, suffering, and dying, by letting that negative electrical charge, right, overwhelm the more positive good of you here and now as truth, the absolute bigger and better than all negativity. And when you make a decision, right, if that decision doesn't have a nurturing spirit, right, of God, and what is God? Well, an atom, right, is a love knot of energy. It's male and female energy. Like I said, if you plug an outlet into the wall, the female energy's got to overwhelm the negative, because if not, your house will burn down. And it's the same with your body, okay? But it's a love knot, okay? Now, if it's the absolute smallest point, right, of good as truth, right, when it's stated more positive than negative, right, and I tell you that love knot is a love knot of male and female energy, right? Well, in reality check, Pista Sophia, right? She was an atom, okay? And she split more female than negative. But all creation of existence of her, and all that wasn't of her splitting, okay, the energy, right, is the overwhelming force of all things negative, of all, this creation of existence, and all existence of all, God, truth, reality check of all. Okay? And the reason why I state that is because when she split as a backfire of energy, right? And she calls what was one more positive force than anything of existence, right, to backfire through her, okay, through the female of her, okay. The positive energy, right, created all creation of existence, right, as a perverse, unevolved, negatively deficient reality check through the neutrons of her, okay, more female than male. But after the inertia of it, right, calmed, and all of existence started coming together, right? Everything that came to the absolute point of a nothing matter, right, became the neutron, okay? And everything that came to the absolute, the absolute point of her nothing matters, right, her negative matters came to the nothing energy stated by the neutron, but it's not nothing, okay, of energy, and I'll explain to you why here in a second. And everything that was the more male of her, the more positive, good God and truth of all I am, the thieving Holy Spirit of all I am, came to a point of a proton, okay? Now, the proton is the building block, right, of all matter, E equals mc squared, okay? So when these 2 points, right, came to exist, right, automatically the protonic energy overwhelmed the neutron, okay? Now, when it did that, right, because the neutron, right, is stated with all the negative charge to the absolute point of it being a nothing matter, when that energy hits it, it becomes a negative charge, but it overwhelms it at the same time to keep it more positive than negative, okay? And this is how the atom is created, okay, of the man of all I am. So after the initial inertia, right, ceased, and the atoms of the thieving Holy Spirit, God, King, Adam, man first evolved, the triple male of all I am, were made. They came together and started forming the more bigger, better, positive matter of the universe than all her negativity, through the good energy of God of all I am. And through this energy, right, through the protonic energy, right, all things matter, space and time, right? All things, the bigger, better matter of space and time was created. But through her splitting negatively deficient, right? With that energy, everything else that isn't matter is just negative infinite energy, right? Only growing to the bigger and better of itself. Because anytime you backfire energy, right, it's still positive energy, right? But here's the reality check of it. Its polarity has been changed. So now instead of its positives with energy being positive for it, it's negative, you see? So the more you turn up the energy of it, the more negative it becomes to a one nothing matter of it, just negative, infinitely static, twisted, scattered, undefined charge, okay? Waiting to be absorbed up to the bigger and better, whatever the proton's going to produce it to the reality check of the atom man, God, King, the thieving Holy Spirit of all I am, the bigger and better of every man. So anyways, all of existence was created. And like the Cobran Bible says, there was a ape-like species on the earth, and the thieving Holy Spirit, right, of all I am, right, came down to the earth, incarnated this she-ape in that cavern of woe, right? She became a woman through an orgasmic affair, a higher enlightened state of being from her mind to her body, to the reality check of the bigger and better of the pre-Adamite man of all I am, being conceived from it, right? And all who bred or come in contact with the pre-Adamite man of all I am, they ended up being the God Kings who built the pyramid dynamo that was a true sister reflection at 360 degrees from the inside out, right, of the energy of the one God, the Son of God, the Sun God, the thieving Holy Spirit of all for everlasting peace, Allah of all I am, right? The God, King, triple male energy of the bigger, better man of all I am. And all who did not come in contact with the pre-Adamite man of all I am, or breed bred with the she-ape as a secondary incarnate, became less evolved faithfully to articulate back good as truth, the absolute bigger and better of what they felt as a bad way in reality check. There's nothing bad. It's either one, more positive to be good as truth, the bigger and better of all negativity, or it's only negatively deficient of absolutely one more positive to be good as truth, the bigger and better than all negativity. The bigger and better of all shape, form, and mass of reality check. And that's why all in a state of negativity is in a constant state of decay and disintegration. And if you're living faithfully, instead of knowing what's more positive to be good as truth, always in reality check, you are dying of it. Because no matter what you do, even if you're just a faithful person that is a more positive person with your faith, you don't know that that's the absolute good God truth of you. So at any time, your faith could cross you a bad way, and that bad way is a lie on the good God and truth of you in reality, only crossing your negatives back more positive to be good as truth, the absolute bigger and better of the God, King, Adam, man, first evil.